the self-operating system and your motivation. In the self sphere there are three functions: leading, operating and sensing, which together we call the self-operating system, SOS. There are three areas in the SOS where motivation plays an important role. First, when you set a goal, like we discussed, you need to operate to reach this goal. For this, you need self-motivation and self-trust, which we will explore next. Second, when you operate, you also must have the self-motivation and self-awareness to sense the effect of your actions. If you don't have the motivation and awareness to sense the effect of your actions, you will certainly not reach your goal. And third, you need to have self-motivation and self-control to adjust your direction, if needed, which you've set by leading in the first place. When you sense that you're not reaching the effects that are necessary to reach your goal, you may need to adjust your direction or goal. If you lack motivation or control in doing that, you also will not reach your goal. So, where does your motivation come from? Self-determination theory, SDT, has some nice answers to that question. SDT is a theory of human motivation and personality. It is centered on the belief that human nature shows persistent positive features. It repeatedly shows effort and commitment in lives that the theory calls inherent growth tendencies. Do you remember growth and fixed mindsets? People have innate psychological needs that are the basis for self-motivation and personality integration. SDT identifies three innate needs that, if satisfied, allow optimal function and growth. 1. Autonomy. That is the desire to be in charge of your own life and act in harmony with your integrated self. 2. Competence. That is, seek to control the outcome and experience mastery. 3. Relatedness. That is, the will to interact, be connected to, and experience caring for others. These needs are universal necessities. They are innate, not learned, instinctive, and seen in humanity across time, gender, and culture. The first two of these three needs are very similar to what Daniel Pink describes in his book Drive and in the video as autonomy and mastery. He describes purpose as third driver. Now, that is what we've been talking about earlier, vision and goals, and what is leading yourself in the SOS. In this part of the series on self-organization, we are looking at the self. So, for now, we won't look at the relationship with others, but of course we will later on.